Hey guys, we missed you for our Zoom meeting today. Today we went over syllables. And we've learned about syllables before. It's breaking words into word parts where we clap the parts. And when we're looking for syllables, there's a couple rules we need to follow. The biggest rule is that every syllable must have a vowel. And we know that vowels are the letters A, E, I, O, and U. And sometimes they say that Y is a vowel. So, what that means is that you have to count the number of vowels in the word. If there are two vowels in the word, then there will be two syllables. We're not counting how many letters are in the whole word. We want to count just the vowels. And if every syllable has to have a vowel, that means that you can't separate it somewhere where there won't be a vowel on both sides. So, for example, you want to have if we're looking at the word bug, there's only one vowel, so it has to be one syllable. Because if we were to cut it down somewhere, even if I cut it after the B, there'd be a vowel on UG, but not with the B. If I cut it after the U, then there's a vowel in the first syllable, but there wouldn't be one in the second. So that means there can't be more than one syllable. And the one syllable ones are the ones that get tricky because your brain just wants to think about clapping more than one, but that's not the case when there's one. So bug, because there's one vowel. If we have the word cupcake, we can separate this into two syllables because there are two vowels. And these two vowels are separated between two consonants. And the way that we want to do to figure out where we split it is we have to separate those two consonants. So I'm going to take my scissors and I'm going to cut the word apart to have my two syllables. So we've already figured out it's two syllables, but where the syllables are cup and cake. Put them together, cup, cake, because we can see there's a vowel in this syllable, and there's also a vowel in this syllable. There's actually two vowels, but in this word cake, it's one vowel sound, but two vowel letters. And the reason that I know that sounds confusing, but we're used to hearing the ah sound. But in the word cake, we hear a sound instead of ah. And the reason that it's a is because this vowel here, even though it's a vowel when it's by itself, it's in this word, it's a silent vowel. So we don't hear it at all. It's just helping the a to say a instead of ah. The next one is apple. So we have we have three consonants in the middle and we have two vowels. And we're not worried about the consonants until we're figuring out where to separate the word. So we have apple, which has two vowels. So let's see if we can figure that out. Apple. So we want to have after the first vowel, or actually, I'm sorry, it should have been pull. So A and P, let me tape these back together. It should be apple. Because you want a consonant and a vowel together. So ap and pull. So we've now separated between, instead of having two consonants that we separated, we have three consonants that we separate. So pull. Next word is robot. I see two vowels, so I know it's two syllables, but now I need to separate it so that way there's a vowel in each syllable. So we're going to do robot. There's a vowel in this, R, and then the O, and then bot, B-O-T. Let's try one that's a little bit harder. Actually, it's a lot harder. This has four syllables because it has four vowels. But now I need to figure out where I can separate all of my syllables. So alligator. So li, gay, tor. So that was 4. 1 for a, 2 for li, 3 for gay, and then 4 for tor. So alligator. So that was a tricky one because it was longer. But still, if you just count the number of vowels, none of the words should be tricky because that'll give you the answer automatically. Where you need to look and think more is where do we separate the words? That's where you need to look at the consonants and the vowels and make sure that there is a vowel in each part. So we have butterfly. So I have 1, 2, 3 vowel sounds because they're saying the Y is a vowel because it doesn't say y, it says butterfly. I'm sorry, it doesn't. The y in fly, y is a vowel. So we're going to cut to but because now we have 2 syllables and we want to separate those. I'm sorry, not syllables. We have 2 consonants. And in order to make it a syllable, we have to separate those 2. So that's our rule, that we find the number with the number of vowels. But when we want to separate 2 consonants and still making a vowel in each syllable. So but, now I have to separate these 2 consonants. So ter is our second syllable. And then we have fly. So butterfly, 3 syllables. Next is mom, and mom only has 1 vowel, so it's 1 syllable, mom. Then we have sunset. And even when you say some of these words, you can kind of see the way that you're saying it breaks it up. And this is also called a compound word because it's putting the words sun and set together. So we see 2 syllables because 2 vowels, and now I have to separate the 2 consonants. So sun and set. Sun, set. Then we have hat, which only has 1 vowel, and the vowel is already separating those 2 consonants. Then we have worm. So it's easy to see that a short word that only has 3 letters has 1 syllable. But here we have 4 letters, W-O-R-M, in the word worm, but there's only 1 vowel. So we only have 1 syllable. We talked about we want to separate consonants, but in the word worm, there's 2 consonants, but there's not a vowel that would be, if I were to separate wor and then there wouldn't be a vowel to go with that consonant. So it can't be a separate syllable. And then the last one we're going to do that just looking at the number of syllables is easy because we know that all you have to do is look for the vowels. But the tricky part is that here, so we know it's 2 syllables because we have the A and the U, the 2 vowels. But here it has only 2, I only have 2 syllables labeled, but there's 3 letters. And the reason that is because when you hear the T and the H sound, they always go together as 1 sound, and that's called a digraph. So even though it has 2 letters, it has 1 sound together. So we have a sound of bath. And so we're going to not separate these 2 letters because it's 1 sound. That's 1 phoneme, which is the sound. And we talked about phonemes last week when we talked about phoneme substitution. So remember, phoneme means sound. So we're going to keep this sound together, but we want to separate it from this sound of the T for tub. So we're going to cut between bath and tub to come up with our 2 syllables, bath, tub. So hopefully that helps you to think about the sounds and the syllables that you hear in the words. And the reason we do syllables is because it helps you to break down the sounds and sound out words and help you to become better and stronger readers. because we've been reading really short one-syllable words, but now I want us to start thinking about longer words with 2 syllables. Bathtub. More complex sounds like digraphs with the sound where 2 letters make one sound. And even this, it's a CVCC word. So it has longer words besides it just being like this, because that would be were. And were is not spelled like that. So it's just all of these different add-ons and these extra skills to help you to become stronger and better readers. All right, if you have any questions, you can join me for my office hours, but I hope that this helped and we missed you and hope to see you on Wednesday at our math Zoom meeting. All right, bye guys.